Good morning, guys. If you're wondering why it looks a little bit different right now, it's because I got my window open right now because it's nice and the sunshine's coming in. I like the sunlight, so just wanted to let you know. But anyway, last night was Halloween, and I was excited about that. We had a good time trick-or-treating in the house with Conan and Asher going from door to door in the house and knocking on them to get candy. Then we watched some scary movies and ate some popcorn and a lot of candy. I'm still a little bit sick from all the candy that we ate, to be honest. You'd think adults would know better than to eat too much candy, but no, everybody loves candy, so it's alright. Anyway, I hope you guys had a fun, safe Halloween, no matter how you ended up doing it, okay? Also, can you believe the crazy weather we had this week? I mean, it's snow right before Halloween. I hope that means that we'll get a lot of snow around Christmas because Christmas without snow is kind of like mashed potatoes without gravy. It's still good, but it's missing something that would make it a lot better. Anyway, let's do our opening together. Repeat after me if you'd like, or just do the hand symbols with me. We are Unitarian Universalists. We are the church of the open mind, the loving heart, and the helping hands. Together we care for our earth and work for friendship and peace in our world. Let's begin. Today, we're going to learn about making others feel welcome. If you're not sure what that means, then don't worry. I'm going to tell you guys a story today that helps to explain it. It's called Feeding His Coat. One day, there was a poor farmer out planting his crops. He was sweaty and tired, dirty, and very, very hungry because he hadn't eaten all day. At that moment, a messenger came to his farm and handed him an envelope. Inside the envelope was an invitation to a large feast at the mayor's house that night. Excited, the farmer kept working, planting his crops. Before he realized it, it was time to go to the feast. He decided that, even though his clothes were muddy and dirty, he would still go to the feast and it wouldn't matter what he looked like. When he got there were a lot of other people already there and they were already eating. But no one spoke to the farmer. No one moved so he could sit down. No one would move out of his way so he could grab food. It was like he was invisible. After a few minutes of only being able to get a few rolls to eat, the farmer went back home. When he got there, he put on his fanciest coat and went back to the feast. When the farmer got back to the feast, suddenly everyone started talking to him, calling him from across the room to come and chat with them, and gladly moving out of his way so he could grab food and sit down. As the farmer grabbed food, he started putting it in his pocket of his coat and saying, "Here you go, eat up, enjoy." After doing this for a little bit, more and more people started looking at him kind of weird, wondering why he was acting really oddly. Finally, someone asked the farmer, "Excuse me, but why are you putting food in your pockets and talking to your coat?" The farmer looked at him and said, "Well, when I first got here, no one would talk to me or even notice that I was here. However, when I came back with this coat on, everyone really wanted to talk to me. That's when I realized that I was never actually invited to this feast, but my coat was, so I wanted to make sure that my coat enjoyed itself." So, how do you think the farmer felt about what was happening? Has something like this ever happened to you? Like, maybe you got invited to a birthday party, but you didn't know anyone there and no one talked to you. It feels pretty bad, doesn't it? It feels like no one cares about you, that you're not very important, and it just kind of makes you want to leave. I know that's happened to me more than once. All it would take is for one person to talk to us, to want to hang out with us and have fun with us, to make everything feel better. When the farmer came back with his coat, everyone wanted to talk to him. Why do you think that is? It's, kind of like a thing that happened to me once. I was invited to a party, but no one talked to me, and I felt pretty lonely. So I ended up going back home and grabbing this video game called Guitar Hero. Have you ever heard of it? It's that video game where it has a guitar and you go bloop 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 and you pretend like you're playing the guitar. It's pretty fun. I love it. Anyway, I got back to the party with the game, and then suddenly everyone wanted to talk to me and hang out with me and play the game with me. It was cool at first, but then I realized that if I hadn't gone and gotten a game, I would have still been pretty lonely at the party. It made me realize that the other people didn't really seem to care about me. They seemed to care about the video game I had brought. It made me feel pretty bad. But how can we keep from making people feel like this? Well, there are a few different ways. Like if you are at a birthday party, for example, and you see another kid there who's all by themselves and they don't seem to be having much fun, go and talk to them. Introduce yourself. Say, hi, my name is whatever, Bobby, whoever you are right now. My name is Bobby. What's your name? How are you doing? If they want to play games, but no one's including them, go over and get them involved in the games. Be like, hey, this is my buddy Fred, and he's going to play with us. Be that one person who talks to them and makes their day better. If we're at church and a new kid comes into the Cubbies room, go over and talk to them. If you're playing a game or you're playing with some toys, let them play with you. Find out their name, what they like to do, who they are, all that kind of stuff. It will make their day feel very special. One of the most important things we can do in our lives is to make the people around us feel special and feel good, to do and say things that make their lives happier and better. When we make others feel welcome around us, we are making them feel good and special. Well, that's all I have for today, you guys. We only have 3 weeks until Thanksgiving break. And then Christmas break is like a month after that, or maybe even 3 weeks after that. So this is definitely like a really exciting time of year. But I don't want any of you guys to be sick for the holidays. So be sure to keep your hands washed, wear your masks if you go out in public, and don't put your fingers in your nose or anybody else's nose, okay? So I'll talk to you guys again next week. Later.